So, right? But now, after the first couple of weeks where the kids all get 90s, you know, maybe I spoon-fed it to them a little, but that's what they wanted, that's what they got. I start being able to do fun things, and I was not so traditional anymore. Here's an example of how I utilize my persona and did a pretty good lesson. I come in one day and say, you know, I don't talk a lot about personal life, but on the weekend I went to this party. And yeah, it said, you know, party Saturday, so I got there at 5:30. No one really talked to me throughout, so I just kind of sat in the corner. I stayed throughout the night, and every few minutes I wrote down the number of people that were there. When I got home, I made this graph. There's factual questions, like how many people at 11 o'clock, but there's also like what happened at. They have to really analyze. Now this kid who didn't remain in the school for that long, but look at how he's correcting his grammar. People started going, oh no, it should be people had went, he's changing his grammar. He writes a story, one day people left to go buy illegal drugs. And now what do you do? Do you report him, or do you check his facts and match up and you give him 100? You know, what I did, you have to tell kids how much you make. My kids had to know how much I make, because how else would they do my 1994 income tax? And for algebra 2, on a test, how many times do you do like 2 points, find the line, do the equation? Here the 2 points were, in 1970, Mr. Rubinstein had 225 million hairs. In 1990, he had 125. Find a formula, use it to figure out how much hair he has in 1984, when will he be completely bald? One year I was playing in the student-faculty basketball game, and I come in and say, you know, everyone after school, the faculty game, I will be participating. And the kids say, are you ready? And I say, well, let me ask you this. Do I look ready? And I play it with the headband. So your persona does not have to, it's not, your persona is part of what you are a little bit, of course, but you don't have to be yourself. And I guess 2 words that I have on one card, all these things, it says, no guitar. You can read into that, or you are. So you do the fun lessons after you win them over. Okay, to finish off, you need, now that you hear what I have to say, it's up to you now to think critically. It's not that you're going to follow what I did. You're not going to get the pocket protector. It's not going to work for you. It's up to you to kind of take what I say and what everyone says and not take anything word for word, really. But now you know that you have to really think, like, okay, that worked for him. Or, you know, my mentor told me this. Is that going to work for me? You gotta be your own, like, devil's advocate, you know. That's the, you know, you gotta have a part of you that says, that might not work. How can I fix that up? And if you do that, you know, it could work. You shouldn't, you gotta really think. I didn't prepare enough. I thought I prepared enough. I wasn't mentally prepared because I thought it was going to be easier than it was. I didn't realize you got to think everything out beforehand. 3 last quick things. One, my friend here is videotaping it. Jason Levy is an assistant principal in the Bronx. He's a Teach for America 1993 Corps member, and he's doing a workshop tomorrow. And it's about, he's an administrator. It's about what your administrator expects of you. And that's another one that, besides wishing I had this workshop to go to, I wish I had that one. And I really recommend it. He's been teaching 8 years and then 2 years as an assistant principal, and he's pretty funny also. 2 other things. One is that I'm not here to sell books, but I happen to have them. The book I wrote, I don't know, is this going around the Institute ever, or no other students?
Yeah.
I saw this is a book I wrote about my first year, which has its advice for teachers, and I have a bunch at $10. And now, real important, you have a evaluation form. Let me just get this thing out quick. This is real important to me. I don't care if you buy a book, because whatever. But to fill out the evaluation and to really write something. You see, we, Teach for America, it's not entirely clear how useful this workshop is. You know, it's funny, and if you think it's funny and that's a good stress reliever, you could write that. If you think that you might come out of the workshop less prepared than you were going in, but knowing deep down that in reality you're probably more prepared, you may not have time to write something on the back, you know, real thoughtful, but I promise you that it will be seen by very high-ranking Teach for America people. Secondly, I have my email address. If you feel like you want to go home and write something, you know, longer and email it to me, on the front of the handout, I have my email address. If you fill out this workshop evaluation form, I really appreciate that. And while you're doing that, we started a couple of minutes late, so I could, as you're doing it, people have some quick questions. These things used to be an hour and 15 minutes. I cut stuff out. I was trying to get it in, but it's pretty good for an hour.